Fellas, what's the deal?
There you go.
There isn't one.
Pete be really on color people time.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, man.
That must be that Italian in it.
No, I'm just trying to show up on your time. It's your show. I don't want to just show up early and just be here.
Okay.
I'm trying to catch up with you. I'm trying to meet you at the intersection.
Pete was usually here 15 minutes early.
What the fuck?
I saw that.
Sometimes I forget you're a comic, bro. That's the crazy part. So it's like you'll say some funny shit, and then it'll call me. It like catch me off. It catch me off guard. You'll say some shit that's like, bro, what the fuck?
No, I gotta show up at 2:50 and sit here for 9.5 minutes away.
I mean, listen, and he get here at 2:59 or 12:59, 11:59. Excuse me, I'm forgetting about the time difference. I'm getting here half an hour late.
You know what's
scrolling
funny?
in.
Now I'm like really sketchy as to which link is going to be the one that's on now. So I'm kind of like, should I do? I'm like, I'll try this one, and then I'm like, that's probably not gonna work. I'll try that one.
I labeled the links. Like one is for the podcast, the other one is for the lunch table.
That's in your computer. I'm just still going off the.
Yeah, we don't see that.
The emails.
We don't see that.
So I'm gonna send you both of them labeled in the email.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm like, are we gonna be on the September 18th email or are we on like the February 10th?
No, I'm gonna send you something that you could put in your notes. If your Android have notes, I don't know if Androids have notes.
You got Android?
I'm on. This is on the laptop.
So Pete, do what I did, Pete. Add it to your bookmarks. Add it to your bookmarks, and then you go from there. That's what I did. I had to scroll all the way through. I had to scroll all the way through the text to get to the link every time.
So what it is, Trap, we have two links. We have the podcast link, and then we have the stream link for the lunch table. Mm-hmm. So that's what Pete talking about. And once or twice, like I've kind of slipped up and went into the podcast link, not paying attention.
Yeah. And that's the funniest part about our timing thing, because I'm like sitting in the room by myself, like, goddamn CP time, really fucking 3 to 7. And then I show up, you're like, where the hell have you been? I'm like,
Anyway,
add it to the bookmarks, though. That's the way I did it, though.
You gotta have both of them in your book part. Label one lunch hour and label one the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about how we gonna do our event, like because we going into the 5th season and we still like an underground podcast, and this ain't the podcast again. This is the stream. Our podcasts are usually unique. Every now and then we'll have a really great stream, and I'll just give it to y'all as bonus on the audio side for the fans that don't come to the lunch table for the supporters. But I've been really thinking about like a dope event, like at a school cafeteria, and have like a lunch lady Doris. Like, you know, people can eat lunch and chill, and we do a live stream right then and there.
Yeah, I like that.
Like at a you know what I mean? Maybe we do it at like a high school thing or something. Somewhere where they have like a lunch
call it
room.
Locked In at Lock High School.
That's fire. Boy, these people ain't coming to watch.
Oh, you want some Joe Clark shit right there.
Keep it authentic. I'll show up. If I can show up, then for Christ's sake.
Pete, you got a lot more flavor than a lot of people, bro. People not showing
that was Joe Clark he just did. You hear what he just did? Lock the door.
No. Yeah, but no, it's because Lock High School is in Watts.
Okay.
So, but what's funny is I had an idea for a film that's kind of like a dramedy about like a school hiring a Crip to be the principal, like they hire me to be a principal. We haven't, me and Pete and Malcolm Mays, we need to sit down and write it because I got a couple other movies. I said one out loud. Now Barron got my damn movie, but he ain't gonna do it anyway. But
I don't know.
One of them is, I want to do this movie like how like they did with the movie with John Belushi.
Washington High School.
Huh?
Was the movie where Denzel? It was like early, this is like the 80s. Like it was.
He's talking about Lean on Me, man.
Yeah, Lean on Me, but it's another one too. The Principal.
Denzel never did a school movie, did he?
Denzel was principal at a school in a low budget looking movie from the early 80s, and it was Washington High School off of like, was it Western or Normandy?
I don't know. It wasn't good because there's only 3 good. Well, I don't even know, but The Principal and Lean on Me are the greatest principal positioned movies.
Mm-hmm.
John Belushi, but I always thought like they needed a principal. Nobody would take the job at the school because the principals always got killed. So they had to come to the smartest Crip they know that knew how to deal with the streets, and they come hire me to be the principal. And I'm running my program cold on them. You know what I mean?
You gotta be smarty look right there.
Yeah,
you gotta be that way.
My homies will be laughing. Plug, I can see Plug laughing now like this stupid motherfucker.
That'd be fine. I mean, that Tubi will probably pick it up. I think Tubi will pick it up.
No, I think I could do better than Tubi. I think I could do like,
you go better than Tubi?
I go Hulu or Amazon.
Yeah, it's Hard Lessons with Denzel Washington.
I've never seen that before. Never seen that movie before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shout out to Derek Malone. He said Jim Belushi, not John Facts. Jim Belushi.
Yeah, I heard Pete say that. I heard Pete kept saying you said John Belushi. I heard Pete kept saying John Belushi. Jim Belushi.
Man, that's my movie right there.
I never heard that movie right there, Pete. I thought I've seen all the Denzel movies.
Nah, this is old school, 1986. If you can see it.
I gotta check that out.
No, that's like 3 O'clock High. 3 O'clock High is my movie like that too.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
This was like 121 right? Jump Street.
That was in California, right?
Yep. So now I had wrote a bunch of movies. I did this movie called The Crips versus Zombies, Crip versus Vampire. I got a whole sequel of movie that's just based off Crippin'.
Based off Crippin' in it?
Yeah. And it's just funny.
Yeah.
But yes, it was not a good movie, GBC Sanders. You're right. It was made on a very low budget, and it was riding the coattails of Denzel's acting skills in his early career, and that was about all I had going for it.
What was the Rotten Tomato score on that one right there?
What was the Rotten Tomato score?
Oh, they were very rotten.
You can make sauce. You can make some sauce out of them.
Yeah, make some gravy.
It was ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yeah, no. So once I'm done with hip hop, like, I don't think I'll ever be done with hip hop. I'll be honest.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Rapping as a full-time rapper all the time, I'm going like. You remember how what's his name? Vern. What was his real name? Jim.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about. Vern.
From where?
That was his character's friend's name. I know this is driving me crazy.
What show?
The man that did the he had a bunch of movies. Ernest P.
Ernest.
What's Ernest P. Worrell's name?
What happened to Ernest?
I was trying to forget about that guy.
Ernest died?
Yeah, I was.
How the fuck was Ernest getting all them bad movies?
Died in his movies like 3 times.
I used to love Ernest movie.
Yeah, Ernest movie was terrible.
Shout out to No Cut, Jim Varney. I was gonna launch a string of movies like The Crip, and it's just always a Crip and some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that works.
How about like a
what? Yes, it will work, Trap.
It's gonna be a comedy.
Some of them is.
But you're gonna just turn gangbanging into some funny thing now.
It's like a fish out of water story all the time. The Crip has no business at.
Kind gang member to a funny gang, like, come on, bro.
I think you should
do. You're trying to change the whole narrative of gang members right now. I see what you're doing, bro. I see what you're doing.
I should do Where's Loke, like instead of Where's Waldo, a bunch of children's books, and you're supposed to find them. Like there's a bunch
Where's the Loke?
Bunch of animals.
That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Yeah. You might have to take that one. Where's the Loke?
Blue in the cut.
Where's the Loke?
But that's my goal, to make a string of movies really about like Ernest, like the Loke. A Crip goes to school, and it's always a fish out of water story where Crips, you wouldn't have never imagined Crips at. A Crip goes to war. Crips go to war. And then like you just get drafted into the military, you got to shoot it out with another country, and it's just always just all this old fly shit happening.
Crip goes to war.
Yeah, you have to. I think the point of street urban culture is really doubling down on it and making it entertaining for people, because they think, they already think the most insane things about your existence. So it's just have fun and make it enjoyable for people. It's cool. You can take the stigma off cripping. You don't need it.
Let's say a shark ain't that dangerous like that, right?
A shark is hungry. So that's the danger.
Until you get in the water.
They're eating you, Trap. They're not just attacking you.
Love for some
they're eating.
Yeah, it's not danger. A shark is not dangerous. You're just food.
Well, if you are the food, then it's dangerous. It's all
you're in danger.
Hey,
listen, you're in danger as much as the sandwich is in danger from you.
The bread.
No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time. Right here on Digital Soapbox. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. Again, click that thumbs up button. Let everybody know you're in the house. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast, coming back for a 5th season. You know what I'm saying? Coming back for a 5th season. Executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Right here. And we off. You know what I'm saying?
There are a couple.
Shout out to Michael Love. He has a great point. Thanks for that $5, Mike. Start them as a skit first. Maybe.
That might be a good idea. Then build a following and then launch it as a movie.
Sure.
That's what SNL did. They had all these skits and they turned them into movies. Like Night at the Roxbury and all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That is true. I heard that's the Leon, the ladies' man.
Exactly. One of my favorite
really
movies.
Watched the whole episode of Saturday Night Live.
It's not been good lately. Like 30 years.
Did that 50th anniversary show come out yet? I heard that was good. Eddie and all of them came back for it.
It happened.
It happened, right? It was like last week or something. Eddie was acting like Tracy Morgan. That shit was hilarious. I seen a clip of it.
That was
hilarious.
That
was hilarious.
The show has gotten so bad that now the only thing that they do is make shows about how the show used to be when it was good. They have a movie about like the history of SNL. They've got the 50th anniversary. They keep doing all these throwbacks and bringing back the people who were funny from yesterday because they've like managed it so bad.
So why do you think SNL got bad then? People just not funny no more?
I think it was I don't know who was in charge of the talent, but it seems like that's changed. It seems like it's become a little preoccupied. A lot of the criticisms become very preoccupied with like being a political platform rather than like a comedy platform, which can be fine if your primary goal is comedy, then it's going to stay funny, whether it's right, left, center, or otherwise. But now it's like they put on shit that I'm like, this isn't even a well-crafted joke. They're just trying to like spew at something. So that's kind of happened. Or it's like in yesteryear, you had like Dana Carvey like making fun of George like H.W. Bush. And he wasn't doing it very effectively, but the goal was to be funny first. It was like, let's start with funny, and then we'll go expand on that into political view. Now it's like, let's start with political view and see if we can squeeze some funny out of it. I think they've kind of reverse engineered them.
I seen Damon Wayans talking about the same thing. He was saying he did an interview with Big Boy. Shout out to Big. Shout out to the OG Big Boy. Power 106.
It was outdated format revenge. You're right.
He sat down and did an interview with Damon Wayans. Look it up. It's fire. And Damon Wayans was saying why he wasn't in a rush to do stand-up. He's like, man, it's he said, we're in a weird position. He said, man, everybody is so like they forgot how to laugh. And it was a short clip, but I thought it was so important. Like listening to one of the greatest comics in history say, like, so sometimes I don't want to tell a story. I'm just too funny for that shit. He said, if I take the same thing and I put it in a story, it'll work. And Big Boy asked him, he said, well, why don't you do that? He said, man, I'm too funny to do that shit. I don't want to have to relearn this shit.
I get that for sure.
He actually got a new show out with his son. That's funny though, right now. I think it's on Paramount. It's pretty good too. Who pulling up?
What's it called? I watch Paramount all the time.
I forgot. I'll tell you the name. When I come back, I'll tell you the name though. I gotta figure out I get the name again for you. But I got you though.
Appreciate it.
For the end of the episode, for the end of this right now, I'll find out the name for you.
So this is why I have y'all here. Shout out to Nomi 6 John who just popped in.
What's happening?
Yo, we're good.
6 is one of my coldest partners, man. I 6 been on the lunch hour 2-3 times. 6 is like 6 was popping. Like he young, he ain't old, but he was already a rapper before I even thought about rapping. He would have songs on the radio and all that. Now he's just like this incredibly ill music head. Like he understand R&B on another level. Introduced me to Brian McKnight. He just a player. Player from around the way.
For sure.
So let me get into why I got y'all here.
Real quick. One of my life goals, I just wish that one day I could be introduced as, quote, he's just a player. That would be a real accomplishment for me.
Player Pete. No, Player Pete right there.
I like that.
Player Pete. So, there you go.
Shout out to Mario Paulo. 50 is bogus for going against Diddy publicly. Let me start here. Now, I didn't run into 50 Cent. 50 Cent ain't called and threatened me. I'm just not the kind of person you probably would do that with. Not saying that I'm so tough. 50 could fight, and it'd be a really great fight if I fought 50. Maybe win, maybe in a little bit better shape, maybe lose. But it's no pressure. But I had to apologize to 50 Cent over the last year. Now, I haven't said a bunch of things against him, not like that. But I have been a bit hasty with respecting where he's at versus how I am as a person. Like, the latest and greatest thing that rubbed me the wrong way is when he got into it with Irv. You know, when Irv passed away. Yeah. And he kind of made that joke about Irv dying. Not necessarily a crazy joke, but it was like something like we smoking on something pack or something. Yeah. And I didn't like that. I was like, damn, man. But I thought about it, and it's like, who am I to really, like, if you got a real problem with somebody, and that's the problem with 50 Cent. He's not, you know, he is one of the dudes that come from the background, like one of the real people that come from the cut. Like, they've been through it. You know what I mean? Hustling, shot, blah, blah, blah. Really lived this cultural experience we talking about. And somebody that kind of really was in his way of success, somebody that brought physical harm to him, friends. You know what I mean? No matter whatever the depth of their situation, I'm not saying it's obviously Irv rest in peace fault. I'm not saying it's 50 Cent fault or his crew fault. I'm just saying they had a real conflict. That's real. And I didn't like it. I'm like, damn, Fifth, like, I remember publicly saying, like, why would you do that shit? And I felt some kind of way. But then I thought about it over the last 2 days. I've been thinking about it like, yeah, I might have dealt with it differently, but I don't know how I would have dealt with it if some nigga, you know what I mean, did something to me and then I got to see the nigga and, you know, I don't know. And I just wanted to publicly apologize to that man for feeling like he has to deal with his plight the way I have to deal with mine. Like most situations 50 Cent get himself in, he really don't start them. He just go too goddamn far, and that's what I realized. What's too far?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Far. It's no too far, man. Especially if you start with me.
Far? Like that's not right for me to say that. And I just wanted to apologize to Cuz because it's not fair for me to say he's going too far. I may deal with my shit differently. You know what I mean? But that don't mean Cuz got a right to not deal with his shit the way he wants to deal with his shit. You know what I mean? So if he mad at Irv passing and he, you know, got a joke, who the fuck am I to even comment on that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck am I to feel some kind of way? I really just need to mind my motherfucking business, especially when it's real. And that's his situations. Even the shit, everything he got going on, like the shit with Meech and them, right? With Meech and Meech's son, right? In my mind, I'm like, Fifth, like, you know this nigga hurting, bro. Like, you know he gonna have to fuck with some people that y'all don't like. So I feel like you don't have to go that far because he took a picture with this person or this person gave him some money versus maybe he do feel a sense of betrayal. You know, he did make their story. Now, I'm not saying he is, you know, their story is their story.
Well,
but again, it's like you did put Cuz' son in position in a different way. You probably dealt with Cuz like, he just always be in some crazy situation, and I almost think it's like he experienced a level of disloyalty all the time with people.
Yo,
how much of that do you think is like premeditated, just like marketing, promotional, whatever? Like I'm canceling his show. That show was probably very much already canceled, and I'm gonna make a scene out of it to get the most out of the last season or whatever. And I'm going to keep my, you know, this guy that I worked with relevant and circulating and whatever else. It's like, I've never met him. I was on a conference call on mute with him one time, like several years ago. The guy's super duper smart. He's super duper conscious of like all of this stuff. He's very calculated in the way that like everything is promoted, maintained, all the rest of it. So I can't tell what's like, this is how you feel versus this is like, is it F this guy, or is it if I say F this guy, then this guy gets an awful lot of exposure? You know what I mean?
Shout out to Juice in the chat at the lunch table. Shout out to the lunch table. What up, Mike, Tweez, Six, No Cuz? What's happening, everybody? Tree,
And obviously
what's the
not
deal?
So,
Gotti.
Nick, hold up. Diamondback, K-Way, what's happening? Lawrence, what's the deal? No Cuz, what's popping? Nick, what's the Derek, what's happening? V, Venge, everybody I missed, make sure I shout you out when you was here. Shout out to Juice. 50 be on some bogus shit. Everybody goes along until it's somebody you rock with. I don't know if that's really fair. Like, I don't know, because I don't really see him just doing shit to people that he don't have a problem with. Again, how he addresses his problem is what I'm apologizing for. It's not fair for me to say, hey, you know what? The way you address your problems is not correct. It's actually kind of lame. Shout out to Juice again. In the chat, at the lunch table, he be dry hating on Doc. The little meat shit was
hating
mean,
on Doc is crazy.
And his coverage on that sick shit with Jay is also distasteful for hell. Yeah.
What shit with Jay?
When the shit was happening with Jay, when he was fighting that bullshit case.
Yeah.
And he
said something about that?
He kind of made a joke about it.
50, I mean, that's like his MO though. Like, he always current events, he gonna tap in if it's somebody that he had an issue with. But the funny thing is, after he does everything that he does, he always hashtagging like his brands and stuff. Like,
yeah,
so I always feel like some of it is like promotion, but
yeah.
But I also don't think none of it is cap. Like, do he be dry hating on Dot? I think he take Drake's side, but that's whatever. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that. I
can't be mad if somebody chooses a side. Like, if somebody didn't sit on the side with you, that don't make them be like he hating. That's just a matter of opinion, the way you feel about it.
Yeah, he gets bored sometimes.
How much of this is like that? If not specifically New York, then definitely that Philly, New York, Boston, that Northeast, just ball busting cultural sense of humor, trash talk, shit
definitely.
Talk, throw a grenade in the phone booth and walk away type of thing.
That's
kind of some people like it back there.
Yeah, it definitely comes to the point of like, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, making fun of the aha. It's an aha moment. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of aha moments. So that it should happen to you like that. The same like if it happened to him, he'll respect the aha when it happens to him though too. But I think 50 just more so really lies on the loyalty shit. Hard, like I know people who right hand mans with Fifth and all that shit, family and all that shit. Like he strives on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Once you break that loyalty, then that's it, then, bitch. You know what I mean? He ain't fucking with you no more. And he going, and it's like you side of Miami, you my enemy then too. I seen him do that shit before it came down to the entertainment business.
I thought the herb stuff was just distasteful though. Like, you know what I mean? Not after the man passed. You feel me? Like a day after his family got to deal with that.
It's not, bro.
You know what's funny?
I get it though. I get where it's coming from.
But again, taste is very subjective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it is serious. It's serious. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Herb is some nigga that he was just rap against or some nigga that he met and they lost in a game of basketball. This is somebody who actively tried to stop him from making a living. This is somebody who, to some degree has brought physical pain to his existence. You know what I mean? It is a different type of adversary. It's not simple. So you don't have to live in this space of like, okay, you did, so now it's cool versus, you know what I mean? Like him really feeling some way.
I wasn't surprised because I would have been more surprised if he didn't say anything. Because once it happened and me and some homies was talking about it, I'm like, it's coming. Like 50 wouldn't be 50 if he didn't, make mention of it.
I don't really believe in loyalty. Shout out to Queen Lady Act TV. Me and 50 are the same with loyalty. I don't believe in loyalty. I don't believe loyalty is owed to anyone. Like loyal is a word that's more about kings. Like, you know what I mean? I hope that I'm going to get, I don't even know how to interact with human beings, to be honest, like that. I don't even know what that's really about. I don't even, I don't know I don't even have no expectations, let alone the concept of loyalty.
And women are only concerned with loyalty to them. They're pragmatic till the end of the day anyway. So, take it as great.
Player Pete.
Player Pete.
Player Pete. There you go.
Just give you shit, Queen. I'm just giving you shit.
No, I was just thinking about that, and I really had to apologize because, damn, I think I've been, because it's not like he's bullying or picking on people. Like, these is all people Cuz really got a problem with.
Yeah, facts. And then like, look, with the little Meech, with the Meech situation, like, he didn't say nothing until, Meech came out and started taking pics with Rick Ross and started, doing the thing with Rick Ross. And I'm like, well, here we go.
And it's like, I guess it's a chance, like you said, Pete, where it's a chance for him to brand, but I still think he brands with like his transparency. Like, you can see that this should be offensive to him. So whether or not personally it's offensive to Cuz, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I mean, whether it's offensive, like Cuz he has a right in the space, and I think people look for him to say something in these matters. They connect the brand. It's why he's able to market products so well.
One thing I'll say, I'm amazed that the Rick Ross thing set him up. That seems like it was 15 years ago or something. I guess I don't even know what the hell that started from. I know it kind of snowballed into its own thing, but I don't even know how the hell that even started, let alone lasted for.
Well, you remember,
a decade and a half?
Yeah, when that started, it was all about the whole Curtis versus Officer Ricky stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
remember, it started because
it was like
Rose,
08, 09.
It started because Rose dissed him randomly in Mafia Music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's where okay, got you.
And then they start going hard. 50 taking his baby mama shopping and all that. Like, 50's gonna go overboard with
oh yeah.
So 50 said, "Baby mama, I ain't asking for a cent." And that nigga, I can't get upset that he actually deals with things the way, because he is dealing with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's that cancer. I'm a Cancer too, just like 50. So I could be petty too. So I feel it.
I love the way 50 deal with everything though. Be for real though, man.
He consistent for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mbali Love. What's happening? 50 went on pause discrediting Kendrick because he wishes all the OGs that rock with Dot rock with him, Nas, and Jay. I mean, I think it's obvious he took Drake's side, but I don't think that's even a thing he could really do too far, because I know him and Top got a relationship. But again, it's like, I'm not mad at, I saw Cameron. Cameron is somebody that means the world to me culturally, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, I always tell Trap there is this thing with New York to where for some reason, the most New York thing you could do is hate the West Coast.
Oh God, here we go with this right now.
I know.
Here we go with this.
Talk about it.
Because
ain't nobody hating the West, man.
Shout out to Jadakiss. Shout out to the legend. Shout out to the Locks. I heard Jadakiss say Drake got the bitches and Kendrick got the West Coast. Bad luck put me on that. Lucky put me up on that, and I was like why? Why do he just got the West Coast? Like he not only the biggest hip hop, just, you know what I mean? It's always like that, Trap, and you got to admit that there's something East Coast in hating the West Coast for some weird reason. I don't know what.
Well, you did kill Big.
No, we didn't. One person killed Big.
Well, he died out in the West.
You can't blame everybody for that. That's one thing. We play big music like everybody else played big music. You cannot make that our problem.
I just found out last month that y'all thought that Going Back to Cali was a diss record.
I only heard some people say that. I never thought that.
When you mentioned that when I was on the lunch table a couple of weeks ago, it was my first time ever hearing that.
I never heard
that. Did you ever hear this right here?
They kind of suggested that in that song, in that movie, though.
Did you ever hear that Self-Destruction was a West Coast diss?
Yes. I always knew that.
Yeah, you told me that. I never heard that before.
Yeah, I always knew that.
Damn, I never thought about that.
Yeah, they actually got lines of this in the West.
I gotta go listen back. I gotta go listen back now. That was my joint too.
I don't know. It's always been, even when they make up that lie, like, oh, they had a secret meeting and that's when they gave the game to the West Coast. Like,
wait, hold on. So if Self-Destruction was a diss, so All in the Same Game was a response?
Yes.
I guess so.
It makes sense if you think about it. Yes.
He said because of one line in the song. Because of one line in the song. What's the line, Glasses?
What's the line? Yeah, what's the line?
How could you gangbang?
He said that one line in the song is the reason why.
Shout out to Bo
Never
D.
ever ran from a Ku Klux Klan, but I shouldn't have to run from a black. That's the line.
Yeah.
And that's the whole song of this in the West Coast.
That's funny, actually. I gotta listen to
Black man hang, so how could you gangbang?
That one line it makes it a West Coast diss.
That's funny.
Listen, there was always this disdain look, and I'm not tripping. Like I get it. From the outside looking in, it does look crazy. You know what I'm saying? It do look crazy, but that's not what it is, bro. It's
never took it like that, B. I never took it like that.
No, I'm saying though, like it is. But it seems like that's the most East Coast thing to do. Just hate the West. I'm telling you, bro.
We hate everybody. Yo,
like,
bro,
kids just randomly come out and say Dre got the bitches and Kendrick got the West Coast. Like, what logically? How does that make sense?
All right, I kind of can put it together for you though right now, right? Because if you think about Drake, right? What coast does Drake represent?
The East Coast.
No coast. He's from Toronto. He don't represent the East Coast. Nah, he's not East Coast. He don't represent nowhere.
What's closer? What's closer, Toronto or California?
I know it's right over there.
That's
in New York.
Like saying that Atlanta is in the South when it's on Eastern Standard Time. It's definitely not in the South.
You represent Memphis.
Yeah. If you ask him,
It depends on who he got a song out with.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm questioning.
I think that's the reason why, though.
Break the line down to me with Jada so I can know exactly what he meant.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was because he doesn't really like represent no area like that, though. So when he's saying like when we thinking about Kendrick, we are thinking about the West Coast. When we think about Kendrick. When we think about him, you think about
years?
Huh?
That's what y'all thought for years. I think about Kendrick, y'all thought about the West Coast. Y'all like, man, that's that West Coast ass nigga right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
That's crazy.
Sure.
I do not believe that.
Even in California, I thought that.
For sure. He's a West Coast dude that can rap.
Damn.
You don't like that.
Favorite.
You don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like that. You don't like that.
That is crazy.
It's like y'all just ain't helping. It's like sliding the West Coast up.
I'm just saying, man.
That is
not to say everybody in the East Coast can rap.
If I ever heard.
Not to say everybody in the East Coast, the New York can rap, but
West Coast
oh, she dark, but she cute.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's fucked up, bro.
I'm just saying, you asked. That's what it is.
But you don't understand that that's a slight.
Yeah, but I really don't understand that though. But I don't understand, but I do understand it though. You know what I'm saying? I understand it like that. Because you act like we think that everybody from New York can rap. We don't think everybody from New York can rap.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Who's whack?
There's plenty of people from New York that can't rap, man.
Who's whack? Who's the biggest whack?
Give me three. Damn. Insert Jeopardy music.
Nori can't rap. Nori can't rap.
Damn, let's go. Shout out to Nori, man.
Know what I'm saying? But Nori could deliver. He could deliver it, but he can't. Like he's not like a bar spinner like that.
Sure. I mean, as much as I like the guy a lot. Like I like his personality and shit. But I wouldn't say Jim Jones is a prolific rapper.
Jim Jones is not a rap. Not like that.
What about Cameron? What about Cameron?
Cameron's a rapper. He's a rapper. Cameron's a rapper. Joel Santana's a rapper.
Cameron did say computers computing, boopity boop.
And they saying math is mathing nowadays. So he started something there. You know what I'm saying? He started something.
I think math is mathing is trash too.
Math is mathing.
You'll never catch me saying that.
You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of other things niggas are saying nowadays. Who else can't rap? There's a lot of niggas who can't rap though. There's a lot of niggas who can't rap.
Brian, bro. That nigga said, he said, he West Coast nigga that can rap. Damn, niggas can't rap.
Crazy.
Shout out to Michael Love. Thank you for the $5. Respect can be instant. Trust comes over time. Situations and loyalty is given to someone you respect and trust from multiple past situations. You know what? Loyalty is just overstated. Like, I'm not loyal to Dot. Dot is my friend, so I'm just who I am. It's not a loyalty. That don't mean if I say I don't like a record from somebody that I like, that don't mean I'm not being loyal to them. Like I think loyalty has gotten out of hand. It's one of those words like generational wealth that's just out of control.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cliff Wilson. Okay, I get it now that you said, but I don't think it was hating the West. I think at the time the East Coast didn't have proper understanding of gang culture in LA or the history of it. Clip, I was just telling the homies that I was saying that's why you would give the Chronic 4.5 mics or Doggy Style 4 or 3.5 mics, because culturally you're missing what's happening. Like, a lot of my perspective on hip hop not only come from talking to a lot of legends that was before the rap music or people that was the pioneers of the music part of it itself. It also becomes like once you start putting you start filling in all the variables of the equation and you realize culture is first. That's when you realize it. So I'm like, how could you truly appreciate something if you can't make sense out of it culturally?
I have a hot take on the loyalty topic to expand on your proclamation that it has gotten so watered down to the point where it's really lost a lot of its meaning. I see, at least on social media, a lot of these like loyalty inflation type of posts where it's just like ridiculous coming on like women's stories where it's more so like they want a carte blanche of loyalty regardless of their own actions. So it's pretty much turned into like, I demand loyalty because I reject accountability.
Well, I think, I'm not mad at that. I think, yeah, you know what? I agree with that. And just to build on that, I think loyalty is also saying you would still be okay with somebody doing the wrong thing.
Exactly. Unconditional loyalty.
And I'm not loyal to
itself, loyalty without consequences, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not loyal to anything. Like, I'm not, if you wrong, you wrong.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you did. And I expect as a real friend for you to tell me I'm wrong, or it got to be okay for me to tell you wrong.
Sure.
Because other than that, like, again, royal, it's a reason royal and loyal rhyme. Like, I ain't from England. Ain't no queens and kings in this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. So if we could, talk shit about the president, for sure I'm gonna talk shit about a friend, you know what I mean, if they out of line. I don't know, bro. I just don't get it, man. I don't know. But I just wanted to apologize to that man publicly because it's like I've been critical publicly about certain things when really I probably should shut the fuck up on those things. You know what I mean? Especially when I know it's real. Like, that shit be real. That shit with him and Irv is real. That shit is real. So I need to really respect that and how he deals with it because it is real.
I'm happy we did this today. This paves the way to leaving the door open for 50 to produce this principle. Crip principle.
No, he can't produce.
Oh,
no. That's not. I don't for sure want to do no business with 50 Cent like that. That nigga.
Why? How you want to do business with 50? Because he's a great businessman.
And like, you know what I mean? He be tripping. I don't want to do that.
You'll get a check, and then you'll just get.
I think from a music licensing standpoint, it would be amazing.
Look. I'm not trying to open a door to do business. I don't want to do business with 50 Cent. I just want to be wrong when I'm wrong, and it's okay. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta. It ain't like something I'm worried. I just wanted to publicly say it because I've been publicly saying other things. So it's like I'm thinking about all the things I'm talking about. It's like, bro, these is like real things. I mean, this is real. Like, this is real. Like, this is real. It's like something real with me, and however I'm gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. So that's all I was thinking.
So are you just on it as far as when it goes to the Irv Gotti thing? Like, I mean, like, how do you feel about the go ahead.
Yeah, even the thing with Meech, like everything that I've known about 50 Cent since the first day, like he got into my personal cipher, was his business with Game.
Mm-hmm.
His business with Game. Like, that was how he came into my personal cipher, right? Because Game was somebody that I personally interacted with. And even in that situation, I'll let Chuck tell y'all, Chuck is wrong in that situation. Like, he knows what's right and what's wrong. So every time I've seen 50, even the shit with Buck, like I fuck with Buck. It's like it is some shit that's happening that creates this thing inside of him, and he deals with it differently than I do. But that don't mean how I deal with it is right, and I have no right to tell no grown man how to deal with what he going through with somebody else, especially somebody in some of these situations, he's made a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like, and I just thought about that, and it's like, as much as I understand of being a dictator and a tyrant, I also need to be reasonable, like within reason. Like the things that I need to be tyrannical about, I am. You know what I mean? Hip hop, I'm tyrannical about it. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I'm gonna protect this thing. I feel like it was gifted to me. Some brothers in New York went through hell for me to have this shit. So I'm finna protect this shit with everything because it changed my life. Like, I've made a ton of money, and I'm gonna make a ton of way more money this year or next year and the rest of my life because I understood something that some brothers in New York created for me. I'm tyrannical about it, but this is one of those things that I can't be because it's still about being a man. You feel me? It's like, damn, bro, like this nigga really got real problems with people. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. Like, him and Irv is real. Him and even what he did with Meech and Ross, like, these are things that come into real. Even, I don't know quite because I never asked Rose at that time when we interacted, like, you know, what was the thing with him and Fifth, but it looks like he dissed 50 out of nowhere over the baby moms. You know what I'm saying? That shit, like, it came out of nowhere for us. Now, maybe they know more. I don't know, but I also can't be offended at how long he holds on to it or how he moves forward after it.
Yeah, he never letting that go. He hasn't let nothing go, really.
Yeah, he don't let nothing go.
Yeah, professional grudge holder for sure.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's up. Shout out to Michael Love. Thank you for $5. Many people don't know the meaning of loyalty. Loyalty takes a long time to gain. That's true. What's funny is I used to always hear people say the word respect. Respect is earned. No, respect is given. I respect everybody until you show me a reason to not respect you. And if I can't respect you, I'm not even gonna fuck with you because I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like a disrespectful person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna, like, if I want to call you a bitch, I'm gonna just punch you in your face. I'm gonna treat you like one.
So can I ask you, so what's your thoughts on the surviving Puff shit they doing?
Yeah, see, like, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because I don't like that. But Puff also is somebody who this man got a real personal issue. That's real. Now, obviously, I don't want him to help white people lock up Puff. But maybe he knows some shit more than me about Puff. I don't know. But if it's a personal relationship with him and somebody else, and I know that there's an issue, I need to get out of it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, as a true hip hop artist, I have no business being in that when it's a real personal shit. Like, I don't have him and Puff, that's personal. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I need to not be in that shit. Let me not even comment it because that's real. Him and Herb, that's real. Him and Jose and all that me shit is real. All this shit is real. This ain't just two people talking. Like, this is real, and it's been real shit. Like, you know, people sleeping with each other's children, mothers, and girls. Like, oh, that's real. So how a nigga react off of that, how a man reacts, I have no right to really talk about it. Like, I really don't. Like, as a man, like, it kind of is unbecoming. Like, it's like, oh yeah, that ain't cool. I don't want him to do that. You know, I get it. Even if you hate Puff, the way I would do it, I wouldn't help no white people lock you up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's me. You know, I wish in a perfect world, you know, he would do things my way, but shit, his probably world wouldn't be perfect. What he's done in his world is why he's where he's at. And as long as he's happy with where he's at, and he's successful, he's wealthy, you know, he's healthy, fuck wealthy, he's healthy. You know what I mean? He's able to do what he does creatively. Shit, I really shouldn't have nothing to say about it.
I heard y'all say before on the that as far as I'm using it as a marketing tool, I told people that the other day though. I said, yo, all this right now, I think he doesn't realize the whole sake of content and everything like that. And he's not rapping no more. Ain't like he putting out songs, so he could be like, yo, he put out a new song. So now it's like, yo, 50, you heard the new song 50 got, and you heard the new liquor he put out, or you heard the new song that 50 got, and you heard the movie he putting out. Nah, he using the whole beef and shit We already knew him for doing that though. He just using that as his marketing tool a lot of times though. But it might go a little bit further overboard. But it's just who to say it's overboard though, because it's really shit that comes from his life and everything like that though. It's really real drama that he really had. So we're using his drama as his marketing tool. That's what he's doing. Really. That's why I don't know nothing to be doing within it.
But yeah, I always want to. And to your point, Trap, it's like that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That nigga is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we already knew he's brilliant, but he understands it. Like he don't trade shit off. Hold on, this is Steel.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Steel.
Man, so you like that 69 Cadillac?
Everybody can hear you on the lunch table because you know damn well I'm on the stream live hour Monday, Wednesday.
Why
and Friday.
would he know that? He hasn't been on here in years.
They can hear you. They can hear you.
Pull up, Steel.
Why would Steele know that this is the lunch hour? He has no affiliation with this.
He just don't even facts.
Pull up, Steel.
He messed
up.
But
I just wanted to apologize, bro. Like I needed to publicly apologize. I publicly voiced my discontent, so I need to really publicly apologize when I got it wrong too. Like, and these cases are something that I have it wrong. Like I have it wrong, straight up. Now, all this other shit, like I usually keep my emotions intact, and I think those are a few times that my emotions got out of control. They never made me disrespect him or nothing, but it made me sometimes it blinded me from seeing that this man really got a personal situation, and he's doing it in the most constructive way because he could be spending his money in having people chipped.
Revenge says bring Steel back. Should I turn this into a moment declaring my 50 Cent style public diss campaign against Norm Steele?
There you go. There it is.
He won't know anything about it because he's not here. He'll just wake up one day and I'll just be bashing him on Twitter just all morning.
Yeah, I just felt like I just owed the man a public apology. Like the 2 times I've publicly condemned something I didn't agree with. Really, I should have shut the fuck up and minded my motherfucking business because I do know that shit is personal and for real. So however you deal with it, cuz deal with it how you gonna deal with it. You right and I'm wrong at that case. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the truth.
What is the background on his like this? So the starting point on the Rick Ross thing was a diss in the song. What I can remember, like, what was the original like genesis of the Diddy shit?
I don't know. I think they had something happening. He was part of the campaign, I would imagine. Now I'm not sure, but I'd imagine he was part of the campaign of people not helping him get through the door. I know that they got somebody he dealt with one of Fifth's kids, baby mom. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even try to.
But I don't think that's what it was though, because I think it was
close enough around it without trying to find details. Is real.
What's the I almost feel like at some point there was like an early. Did 50 try to get into the liquor game at some point?
I was just about to mention that. 50 said like, you know, a lot of time once he got into the liquor game, like Puff was like one of his ops. So everything that Puff was doing from the liquor standpoint, he was just directly going against it.
Yeah.
To brand his liquor. So
he's
a businessman too, man.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to Tyson Garcia. Glad you let your emotions get the best of you a lot, my guy. Very rarely, Tyson. Very rarely. Y'all do hate LA for some reason. Y'all do. Part of y'all upbringing is some way to slight the West Coast. That's true, Tyson. It's just facts. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's true.
He hates you because you're a West Coast nigga that can rap.
Yeah, it's just like that, bro.
Listen, man. Listen.
Y'all don't have to lie. Like the fact that y'all said like a West Coast nigga that can rap is like you don't even realize that's a slight.
It's not. It's really not though.
I love that. You know. Yeah,
that should be a badge of honor for y'all. Like, yo, listen, they feel like I can rap. Dude. I ain't just up here and spend some bullshit.
Who the fuck are y'all?
The ones who started this shit.
Oh, let's go.
So just because you don't get it, that don't mean that make it right.
It ain't about not getting it. Listen, man.
Change the name of the pod.
It's the quintessential backhanded compliment. It's a New York art. It's the backhanded
Yo, how y'all look about the gangbanging shit?
Imagine I start going out there judging Crippin' the Blood. You're not doing that right.
Y'all was doing that though. What you mean? It's certain people that do that though.
Why would you gang bang?
It's some people that
it'll be like glasses going out of town. Be like, you know what? You a Crip and you smart. Like that's exactly.
Yeah, it's really equivalent to people saying, "Oh, you know what? You're really articulate." Or people hear my music and like, "I can understand everything you're saying." Like, damn, what? That's crazy.
Yo, let me ask y'all a question, right?
Yeah.
See, I know what Glass is gonna say right now, but do you feel like do you feel like it's a distinguished you could separate people that rap like lyricism versus a game spitter? Or is it both the same thing?
In songs?
It's the same thing? The approach to making the music.
That's how they 46.
You said what?
That's how they slidey 46.
No, but I heard people on the West say that though.
Say what?
That it's different between a game spitter and a lyricist.
Break it down for me then. What's a game spitter?
A game spitter,
I think we can all agree what a lyricist is. So tell me what a game
spitter. Like new age shit, like a Larry June is like a game spitter.
Think so?
I'll say this much. Like the way I would interpret that, a lyricist is just somebody that can put words together, content, present or otherwise, just can string together just the English language in a way that has a creative and interesting rhyming way. A game spitter, less about necessarily how you're piecing the words together and more about how you're piecing the ideas together a little bit.
Yeah, so like no schemes and double entendres and stuff, just kind of straightforward. So Trap. What is Snoop? Is Snoop a game spitter?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't think Snoop is.
All right. I see what you
say. All of these are same ways of sliding West Coast acts. So it's
a West Coast person said it.
I'm saying, but he's asking you. So what I'm saying is, right? It's like,
no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about when I heard that.
Right? It's like, so MC is not about writing. That's the first thing. You have to separate it. MC is not about writing. Like you could be a dope MC and you don't have to ever write anything down. Right? Now, I think when we start getting into lyricism, we're talking about how great the writer themselves are. Right? Like even we start using like particularly like English literature stance, like entendres or metaphors, assembly. That's a reflection of writing. Right. Yeah. So a lot of times when we use the term lyricism, it's conflated with somebody that does punchlines or they use wit, which these are all different things when it comes to being a dope rapper. I've said this for years. A rapper is judged, a professional rapper is judged by how good his rap songs are. That's the hardest part for people to understand. Everybody want to go into this, that, and the third. It's going to be how good your rap songs are. Because that's the only thing a professional rapper does is they make rap songs for a living. Every now and then you'll see some get into competitions with other rappers, right? Where it's Kendrick and Drake, right? Or Nas and Jay. But for the most part, a professional rapper is judged by how great their rap songs are. Now in MC, right, it's all about rapping the songs. And it doesn't mean you're a great rapper. It's like a great writer. Like Snoop, again, people slight Snoop's writing, for example, like because y'all brought up Dog. Dog is a phenomenal MC, like a phenomenal MC. He's one of the better MCs you'll ever hear in your life. Like that nigga, it could be a room full of 7 people or 70,000. He's gonna have that motherfucker cracking the same 7 or 70,000. Now, if you want to question his writing compared to Pac is more of a writer. He writes all the time, right? He's a writer. But Pac is as good of a writer as Jay-Z is a writer. They do 2 different things. They approach is 2 different ways. So again, every time we start to slight and try to specify what makes somebody a fantastic rapper or an MC, it's usually built off something that's in preference. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So when we say somebody's a game spitter, really what you're saying is they're a lyricist. They're writing something that you equate to wit when it comes to living life or hustling.
I feel like he means the opposite. I feel like game spitter almost means like you can't rap that good. You just simple and straightforward.
Yeah, but that don't make sense. Again, it's like when I have this argument about Too Short. Too Short is a first generational MC, right? He's the first Styles. Styles are followed. He didn't have a style to follow. He's one of the original Styles. So it's like say, well, Too Short don't rap that good, or he's not a dope lyricist. That's a lie. If you listen to the song The Ghetto, it's incredible lyrically. Again, by the definition of lyrics. Now, again, if we start getting into as rap started developing and start crossing into English, you know what I mean, and over English, you know, whatever the correct terms is, like, then that's different. But The Ghetto is some of the greatest lyrics I've ever heard put into a rap song, right? And it's not game. That's a slight to reference it as if it's not common to everyday living or people. It's very informative. Tupac is the same way.
So to say a game spitter, I mean, like, it ain't got to be game. It could just be the braggadocious within the rap. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And you come across like a person who's sitting there and saying how much better of a rapper I am than you. You know what I'm saying? Now we talking about a lyricist. You could go into, and I don't even like when people do this though, but I understand when people do it though. When you start dissecting what a person did within the rhyme scheme, like how many entendres, similes, you know what I'm saying, metaphors, punch, you know what I'm saying, like that. What you're doing like.
But techniques in English, it's not necessarily a representation of lyricism. Like it does have a common bond, like Tyson is saying, because of the poetry method of it. But sometimes poems are straight across and they're great. So it's just like a focal point where people want to focus on what they like versus listening to what's going on. Like, do the lyrics resonate? Does the poem resonate with your being? That's what makes your lyricism. Does the lyrics resonate with your being?
You're saying the connection to the listener. You're saying basically like that.
That's the whole goal of poetry, talking, speaking, is to connect with who's, listening to.
And listen, I told somebody this the other day in the West End when they was saying, like, when they was just specifying how strongly they want to start looking at hip hop lyrics, like the way people look at Shakespeare and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I said, nah. I said the main.
I think that's a bonus. You know what I mean? People like Mickey Fax, people like Los. But I think, again, that becomes the caviar of a genre. That's not the cornerstone of the genre. You know what I mean? That's the caviar of the genre. That's not necessarily the ribeye steak, the sandwich. That's not what that is. Like, the best rappers are just a sandwich. Maybe the sandwich is a little fancier, but that's going to go a lot longer. You know what I mean? That's going to be as good as you can go. So, like, I hear people say that about, like, Too Short. I've been saying that about Too Short a million times, right? Too Short is the perfect example. Too Short is somebody that's a more than qualified MC. You can put him in a room. He's going to rock the room. He's going to have the room going. He's going to say some stuff that's fire, and he's going to make it make sense.
Somebody said Birdman.
Shout out to Ruff. So let me start right here.
6. I saw that and I just was like,
I couldn't help it, bro. I'm sorry.
Bullshit, bro.
I was like,
what that is.
Please just let that scroll out of the square. Just let it. People comment to get that out of the square.
By definition of what Trap is saying, that's I get
again. It's a term used to.
You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is they'll put E40 in that category.
Nah,
I think
Birdman is in a world of his own.
I think game spitting, though, people have two definitions of it. Some people think they mean it like playerism, and some people mean, oh, he's spitting game like you're dropping knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think there's some guys who put together like some really crafty lyrics to describe how purple a sedan is, and they got 6 rhyming words out of 12, and that's great. And then you got someone like just arbitrary, like Sugar Free says, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's not the coldest
both. Sugar Free's both
line of all time. but there is a lot of depth to it.
Again, just because you're reclassifying what you think a whack MC is, you're not tricking anybody.
Did you just give yourself some balloons for your statement?
You seen that, right? Did you see that? Just I'm trying to do it again. Just
Sugar free.
Both. The balloons
some balloons start flying up his screen. Like,
where are those balloons? I
don't know what. I might just sugar free both.
Oh, you have like because of your background or something like that. You did.
I don't know what happened just then. Balloons just started popping up.
Look at the playback.
That was crazy.
He just found out how to like you know what I mean? Like give himself flowers.
That was crazy. Just then. I gotta find out what that was.
Fantastic.
I mean, again, it's like I would. Too Short is a dope lyricist, and he's a dope MC. He can write dope and he can rap.
Mm-hmm.
In context,
and
like Bob Cousy is a fantastic point guard. If you compare Bob Cousy to the landscape of the 50s and 60s, he's one of the greatest point guards you've ever saw. He's probably the greatest point guard you ever saw.
Sure.
But again, if you take it out of context and you put it in a 2025, it's different. So you have to compare.
Model A was the greatest pickup truck ever made.
Since you wanted to bring up the computer be Putin right there, right?
Oh, shit.
What's the difference between I'm hipper than a hippopotamus?
Oh, E40. Get off on your head like a neurologist.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Computers be Putin, hipper than a hippopotamus.
All right, so you saying E40 and Cameron, because you said Cameron's a lyricist, so E40 and Cameron's both.
E40, no, listen, I told somebody a long time ago, I said, Joe, listen, we had to catch up to E40, B. When he first came out, he was just so futuristic, like we wasn't understanding what the hell he was doing.
Mm.
When it came back around, I appreciate E40 now though. I appreciate him now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You had to mature in hip hop, and then you.
Cam is fantastic. Cam is like
I understood Cam from the jump.
Cam is like the most New York nigga of New York niggas. Like Cam is fantastic as an MC. Like people talk shit. Cam is like superb as an MC. He's superb as
too, though.
He's nice, bro. Like
Mate's cold too.
Mate's crazy.
I don't know what niggas talking about. Cam is dope as fuck. And he got a million styles. He can't go into that simple style that you could digest. He could be like Cam is really the truth.
Yeah, no, he's versatile.
I don't know. I rap.
Crazy.
Cam's
crazy.
It raps.
So Trap, who's a game spitter
from New York?
Yeah, from New York.
What they're saying, gang spitter is somebody that's weak. They just don't want to.
No, it's not somebody that's weak.
I'm just using the adjective that he presented. So
I'm trying to think somebody from New York who we consider something like that.
Let me walk him down real quick, Glasses. I'm walking him down.
Walk him down.
Who? I'm trying to think of somebody from New York. I hate being put on the spot to be asked certain things. I smoke too much. So
there's not a lot of depth of thought coming out of New York in general. So it's very hard.
To Glass's point earlier, he said that y'all don't think you think everybody from New York can rap.
No, I don't.
You can't think of a game spitter right now.
I don't think everybody from
there's no game there.
Yeah, I walked him down though.
It's not because the lyricism is all they have. It's the drought of game in the town.
Nah, man. I gotta get back to you on that. I'll get back to you on that. I'm doing my research. I'll get back to you on that.
You gotta look through his Rolodex of
I'm doing my research.
Successful rappers.
Yeah. Get back to me on that.
I'll get back to you on that. Yeah,
it's a lot of slights. Like one of those slights is he's dope. He can rap for a West Coast nigga. It's like which West Coast niggas can't rap?
50 might be a game spitter.
Who?
50?
I was kind of thinking that a little bit.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. 50 telling you about the game like that, B. Like he telling you like Hustler's Ambition. A Hustler's Ambition song. That's a game spin song right there.
50 is a tremendous record writer.
Hooks.
Phenomenal.
Great records.
Yeah, Hooks is crazy.
I mean, you want to know if you dope. You don't want to know if an MC is dope. Can they rock a room with 7 people? That's when you want to know if the MC.
Somebody said Ice Spice is a gang spitter.
Yo, chill out, man. Y'all foul, man. Come on, yo. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on.
Shout out to Revenge, man.
Come on, Revenge, bro.
Name brand said that. My bad.
Name brand. Them too. Ice Spice, crazy.
Hey, Tiger.
I'll tell you one thing, like you have to work on being an MC every day, bro.
Yeah.
Like, cause you gotta be like, you ever rock the room with 7 people, it's different. It ain't like 700 people here to see you. Like rocking a room with 7 people and making people feel involved into what's happening and everybody have a great time is a real challenge.
Yeah, especially in 7 people in LA, because 5 or 6 of them probably do what you do, so they looking at you,
man,
judgmental.
That's there in the crowd,
you know,
niggas waiting to boo your ass. You go to New York, you looking to boo your ass, boo, nigga,
Apollo
boo.
your ass, real quick.
Boo. Niggas will boo your ass in New York. Boo.
Get
I remember the first time I rapped in New York, it was for a station, and you could just tell they expected me to be whack. Niggas was like, damn, B, you kind of dope.
Yeah. For a West Coast, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They had to add that because when they said, damn, B, you kind of dope, it was like, you could just tell, like, it was like, I got a black friend.
Yeah.
Like they were so surprised, like, this nigga can rap.
People used to always tell me, you don't sound like you from LA.
Yeah.
I'm like,
shout out to Tyson Garcia. Glasses, Joe Budden will give you that work easy, respectfully. No, sir, Tyson. And I understand why you say that, because I think Joe Budden's is one of the better pens of the business. It's different though when you just drenched in culture, big dog. Tyson, it's different when you see, y'all keep thinking it's in a pen, and that's why people be losing these rap battles. It ain't in the pen, man. It's in the heart. It's in the soul. It's just a level, and y'all don't get it. This is why, like, somebody is tremendous with the pen and mighty like Joe Budden's. It's a different thing fucking with somebody like me because I'm a cultural phenomenon. It's different.
Talk about
like, I know how to bottle culture in a way that it don't really happen too often. Even if you can't catch it, it'll be those moments where you be like, damn, that nigga Glasses is going to say some shit. Like, I know it when Ice-T hears certain things, he'd be like, God damn. You know what I mean? It's different when you could bottle the culture and just pour it over niggas. Plus, Joe didn't get a higher SAT score than me either. But nah, it's certain people. Again, it's like it's not a battle of vocabulary. I was listening to this one dude on Twitter, and he was like, Glasses, you know, the rules of engagement of battle rap, and I just listened to him, like, trying to figure it out, like, where he didn't get it because they, well, you know, Kendrick didn't respond back to this, and he didn't do this, and he didn't. It's like people, that's like when you hear those people like Drake won bar for bar, and I'm like, that's not a rap battle. It's not a battle of bars. You got to understand what's happening to make it work. If you think it's a battle of bars, you already lost a battle. You're going to be in there writing your hard bars, and I'm going to make the whole everybody sing and celebrate making fun of you. You're going to lose. All them bars, everybody just going to laugh. I'm going to make you the joke.
Can you think about it, how battling was back in the day, like off the top? That was part of the strategy, looking at your opponent and breaking, you know what I mean? Breaking down his fit, his shoes was weak as hell.
And sometimes you forget
what pyramids you rapping about.
Yeah, sometimes you forget that it's for people to enjoy. Like, you still can't just, people still got to enjoy you talking shit about somebody. You know what I mean? And if you don't get that, it's just different. Ah, shit. See, this is Ruff, you tripping today, Ruff. You on the table going crazy. Fat Joe is an MC. He is not a game spitter. Fat Joe is an MC like Pun's an MC. They're just two different style of MCs. Y'all rough. What the hell?
I don't know about Fat Joe being an MC. Like, I mean, you talking about MC with the master of ceremony like that?
I'm talking about on every level, Joe is an MC. Now, I can get if you don't think he's as great as an MC as Nas, but Joe is an MC. What the fuck?
Joker rap.
Yeah, Joker rap.
He can rap.
What is
his last album was alright though too. Until he said that shit about the what's name, and they had to pack him up. But he can rap though.
You know what, y'all? I don't think y'all really understand how tough rapping is. I think most people just don't get how tough, or they wrote a dope 16 once or twice. Bro, this is hard. You got to know who's doing what.
So who can't rap, Glasses?
Huh?
Who can't rap?
I'm staying out
of it. It does it professionally. Putting you on the spot right now.
That's a very challenging.
How could you be a professional if you can't rap? Now, like there's people I think that are better rappers, but then if they can write a record good, that's dope too.
You being a cook, you think every great chef is a great cook?
Every
if you run a restaurant that's selling out all day long,
you got to be able to cook.
It's hard to be like you don't know what you're doing in the kitchen.
Like Master P, I could give Master P or Birdman a ton of slight, but again, they're professionals. Now, are they necessarily the MC Jay-Z is? No. But you don't have to be in the business of records.
And who else could make a crowd just say, like, I mean.
So it's to the point of like this, though, right? It's like
somebody said Chingy.
Chingy is dope.
He made good songs, though. Chingy did make good songs, though. He made
so that's what I always say is like how are you measuring it,
bro? Chingy not whack. Y'all full of shit. You don't know rap.
When people talk about like top fives and stuff, I'm always asking like, how do you want me to? Are you talking about just pen to pad skill, or people that can make good records? Like you have to like separate that because there's different levels to it. Depends on what people like.
Who are you talking about?
All right, listen. I'm gonna put Chingy on a song where he MCing for 16 bars. It's going to surprise you.
Nah, Chingy can rap.
You're going to be surprised. Chingy can rap.
You know who can rap that surprised me?
Oh,
Kodak Black.
No, Kodak super dope.
Yeah,
I heard like his old stuff, and I was like, oh, you really.
What I realized with Kodak was a long time ago. I think Kodak might listen. I don't throw this word around a lot, but I think he might be somewhat of a genius though, to the fact that he could rap. But he found his niche of like
he figured
like,
out.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying, though, bro?
Yeah.
No, he makes really great records too. But Kodak could give you like a 32 that'll be like Yachty is another motherfucker that could rap.
I don't know about that.
He's smart.
Bro, I've heard Yachty slide.
He's smart. He's smart. But I don't know if he can rap. I heard this shit with him and Cole.
He joints before though.
Yachty can fucking rap, B. He could fucking rap. I'm telling you.
The stuff that we hear though publicly is like the same thing with Kodak. Like he found his lane and found out how to like monetize off of it. It's crazy.
The best time I heard him rap was that Cole shit.
Kaiser Soze for sure. That's funny.
Bo can rap, bro. I've heard him on some songs. I was like, oh, this nigga can rap.
Yeah. But it's like what he gives to the public and what he. Yeah, exactly.
He did write them City Girl songs though, so maybe you might be right.
I'm not talking about him writing records. I'm talking about that nigga get cracking. That nigga be getting. I heard him do it twice or 3 different times on different songs. I was like, damn, Yachty ain't bad at all.
Yeah, I heard 1 or 2 for sure. I was like, oh, this ain't what I'm used to hearing from him.
This is actually where we need Steel to like bring some.
No, you gonna talk that biggity shit right now?
Rap of the late 80s and early 90s.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Well, I set it up real slow so everybody can make sure.
Wait, what'd you say?
I knew he was gonna do that.
Steel likes to bring some perspective to the degree to which like the New York rap style of the late 80s is kind of with he goes the ibbity bibbity rap where they were just saying a bunch of words that rhymed all together to talk about a book sitting on a coffee table or something like that.
No, what it is 6 is New York acts like hip hop started and end with Rakim and Molly Moore. And I always tell them like, y'all had like 1,000 different styles outside of that, but they never want to accept that because in their mind, they would like to rewrite history like it started with Molly Moore and Rakim. And it's like, bro, well, what about Das Effects with the
Stickity bum, hun?
Yo, chill out, man.
I got the bumper up.
You see how Travis is just
Nickens.
Chill out, man.
Every time you go with that ibbity, he just
buckle my shoe.
That shit was fire. That was fire though, right there.
Like y'all celebrate everything.
We do. Because let me tell you, a lot of people came from that whole like a lot of people was mocked that whole flow. Big was doing that shit. Jay was doing that shit. They said Jay was doing it before Das Effects came out though. But a lot of people
Jay was just rapping really fat, like really like double time.
He was doing diggity.
He was Iggy.
He was doing the biggity shit.
Was he?
Yeah, he was doing the biggity shit. Yeah.
On that first.
But they said because that's why they said it wasn't. He didn't really necessarily get it from Dr. Fence because they came out like 88. The originators came out like 88 with jazz and all of them. They were doing it back then. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to figure out if Daz got it from them though. But I think that's
saying New York had all the styles, but again, it's like when people tell EPMD they make West Coast music. It's like EPMD was like, what?
Hey,
but it goes back to that conversation sound.
Right? was one too though. It was one too. Yeah.
It's like Daz Effects. Now Daz Effects makes West Coast music, even though they were making funk music, using it like that before mainstream West Coast acts ever was.
Now we about to get back in this bag right here. About to get back in this bag, Pete. Here we go.
You MC, I mean, if you writing too many entendres, you a New York nigga.
Yeah. Why y'all don't mention Razcast enough?
Raz it's like New York pizza.
Raz yesterday.
Yeah. He's a West Coast rapper. That rap.
Oh, you like him because he makes you think of home.
I'm just saying, here, West Coast rapper that rap.
Raz was one of the first.
All West Coast rappers rap. That's why they're called rappers.
Some are game spitters.
What about Crooked Eye?
Crooked Eye rap.
Rap.
Word. It's not really like it's just really not like a real I say the same. I do the same thing. Like if I'm talking about New York verse, I'm like, yo, that dude rap like that. If I'm talking about a New Yorker like that. If I'm talking about somebody from the South, like, yo, listen, yo, my man from the so-and-so, T.I., yo, T.I. be rapping for real.
And when you talk about somebody from the West, you say he could rap for West Coast.
It's the same thing though. Like I'm gonna say for the South, yo, for the South, that he rap. He from Atlanta. He one of the dudes from Atlanta that can rap. Yo, somebody in LA.
That's crazy too, though. He one of them dudes from Atlanta that can rap. Is crazy, dog.
How many dudes in Atlanta can't rap though?
Huh?
They all can't rap.
Like who?
Who?
I'm just messing with you.
Put me on the spot, B.
I don't know.
I could do you like that.
I don't think I've ever listened to somebody that couldn't rap.
So if you just try, you can rap. Like if I just sit right here, I just give you.
I definitely hear people that can't rap for sure. I ain't gonna say that.
But I'm saying like Snoop again takes a lot of criticism, but he's like Cube is a fantastic rapper and MC.
Yeah,
Cube don't get enough credit.
He's a fantastic writer and MC.
For him to be doing what he was doing at 16, 17, writing all that stuff, like
Cube was amazing. It was amazing.
King T is a fantastic MC and a fantastic writer.
Yo, I'm so tight that I realized so late that's what Big got his whole style from, though, Big.
From T.
Yeah, King T. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, Big. I never knew that. I found out probably like 3 years ago.
The only town I ever been to where everybody could rap is Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, they all rap. They all can rap. They all can rap.
You'll walk up on a broad and be like, oh, what's up, you rhyme? She'll just pull a 16 out on your punk right now and get cracked.
They all can rap, B.
You got to listen to my young boy.
No. Pop's got a 16. The Puppet. It's crazy. A puppet that got 16s. The Puppet get busy.
It's Flavor rapper.
Flavor's a rapper.
Flavor Flav is a member of Public Enemy. I'm not sure he's quite a rapper.
He has songs.
Much of a rapper.
Flavor Flav is a musical genius. Just put it like that. He's not just a rapper. He's a musical genius.
I don't know if I would like. He's a part of a hip hop group, Public Enemy.
If you don't know about Flavor Flav, he's a musical genius. That man play like 7 different instruments.
I ain't got nothing for you, man.
He do everything, big.
I don't think. I think it's an insult to call him a rapper. He's really like a musician.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out to Tyson. Tyson said Royce the 5'9". Royce is my personal
super
rapper.
My
favorite MC too, man. Royce is
rapper.
Everyone just keeps writing down names. I don't even know what they're trying to say with.
They just want us to just co-sign them. Super rapper right there.
All right. Well, look, man, we get up out of here. We're gonna jump on Spaces.
Murder's a rapper.
Lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here at noon Pacific Standard Time. Digital Soapbox. Click that thumbs up button. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do this to support the No Silly podcast. Look below us right there. No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast. Hop on Twitter, man. Fuck around.